Welcome to StateCollegeNewsRadio.com. We are your 24-hour local news source. To find more information on the stories we cover, including the sources for our news items, please visit our website.
The Pennsylvania Military Museum will be presenting a military encampment entitled Timeline of Uniforms and Equipment Saturday the 13th and Sunday the 14th, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Living historians portray soldiers through 2 centuries of evolution. For more information, visit their website at www.pamilmuseum.org.
U.S. News & World Report released its 2015 Best Colleges rankings on September 9, with Penn State ranking number 14 among national public universities. In addition, the university ranked number 2 nationally among best colleges for veterans, schools that participate in federal initiatives helping veterans and active service members apply, pay for and complete their degrees. The College of Engineering at University Park ranked number 18 among the best in undergraduate engineering programs for institutions whose highest degree is a doctorate, rising 1 place from last year. Penn State also ranked highest among national universities on the list of A+ schools for B students, featuring schools that accept students without a straight A average, but rank highly among the 2015 Best Colleges. U.S. News & World Report surveys nearly 1,800 colleges and universities annually and ranks them in different categories by measuring such factors as graduation and retention rates, assessment by peers and counselors, faculty resources, student selectivity, alumni giving rate, and financial resources. Details of the methodology and rankings are available at the link on our website.
And now for the weather. Wednesday. A chance of drizzle before 9 a.m. Mostly cloudy, with a high near 75. South wind 3 to 7 miles per hour. Wednesday night. A slight chance of showers after midnight. Mostly cloudy, with a low around 63. Southeast wind 5 to 8 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 20%. Thursday. Showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm. Cloudy, with a high near 76. South wind around 8 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 70%. Thursday night. A chance of showers before midnight. Mostly cloudy, with a low around 57. Northwest wind around 7 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 40%. Friday. Mostly sunny, with a high near 69.
Who's a tad over 6 feet tall, wears headphones, reads a tablet computer, and has a copy of Charles Dickens' novel Great Expectations stuck in his jacket pocket. He's lost in thought while he waits patiently at the Cotta stop next to Schlow Library. Oh, and he weighs several hundred pounds and is made of bronze. It's State College's newest piece of public art, otherwise known as Downtown Eugene Brown. Commissioned by the Central Pennsylvania Festival of the Arts, working with Schlow Library and the Center Area Transportation Authority, the sculpture is the work of Frederick, Maryland, sculptor Gavin Gardner. It is a gift to the community from Rich and Sally Cullen of State College. This week's installation is the culmination of a 2-year-long process which attracted the interest of 138 artists from 36 states and Canada. From that pool of applications, a jury composed of representatives of Schlow, Cotta, and outside experts chose 3 finalists who were invited to State College to present detailed proposals for a sculptural work for the corner of Allen Street and Beaver Avenue. From those 3, the jurors selected Gardner's proposal. The Central Pennsylvania Festival of the Arts receives state arts funding support through a grant from the Pennsylvania Council on the Arts, a state agency funded by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the National Endowment for the Arts, a federal agency.
The Arboretum at Penn State dedicated its new Childhood's Gate Children's Garden on September 7, and 2 members of the university community have endowed a fund in support of the educational programs that will complement the garden's family-oriented design. The gift from Sandra Parker Hall and Dennis K. Hall, both holders of graduate degrees from the College of Education and longtime State College residents, marks a new phase in the life of the Childhood's Gate Children's Garden and its mission. The Childhood's Gate Children's Garden was designed as a microcosm of the regional landscape and its native plants, cultural history and geology. The halls have contributed to the development of the garden through the support for the In and Out Creek and Parker the Caterpillar Bench, elements which have already become favorites with the hundreds of children who have visited the garden since its opening on July 7. For more information about the Childhood's Gate Children's Garden and the Arboretum at Penn State, visit arboretum.psu.edu.
Here are the scores from Penn State Athletics over the weekend. Friday's results. Women's soccer. North Carolina 1, Penn State 0. Men's cross country. Dolan Duels, first place. Women's cross country. Dolan Duels, first place. Men's soccer. Penn State 1, Temple 0. Women's volleyball. Stanford 3, Penn State 2. Saturday's results. Men's golf, Wolverine Intercollegiate, Day 1, 5th place. Football. Penn State 21, Akron 3. Field hockey. Connecticut 1, Penn State 0. Women's volleyball. Penn State 3, UCLA 3. Sunday's results. Men's golf. Wolverine Intercollegiate, Day 2, 2nd place. Field hockey. Penn State 4, Quinnipiac 0. Women's soccer. Penn State 4, Duke 3.
Attorney General Kathleen Kane today announced a pervasive scam seeking to defraud and scam taxpayers has re-emerged in recent days and weeks, targeting unsuspecting consumers and alleging they owe money to the Internal Revenue Service. Victims of the IRS scam are told that they are entitled to large refunds or that they owe money and must pay the IRS immediately. The IRS always sends written notification of any tax due by mail and never asks for credit card, debit card or prepaid card information over the phone. The Attorney General said her office has seen an increase in the IRS scam in recent weeks and urged consumers to be alert for unwanted calls that seem legitimate but make consumers feel pressured to act without validating the information. Victims have reported that the callers are aggressive and persistent. Attorney General Kane reminded consumers that they should remain calm and verify their tax status directly with the IRS by calling 1-800-829-1040. The IRS recently reissued its own alert regarding the scam.
Governor Corbett announced that he has asked for a continued public review of Pennsylvania's specific academic content in English language arts and mathematics standards from kindergarten through 12th grade. This is the final phase in his nearly 3-year effort to permanently roll back the National Common Core plan implemented by his predecessor, Governor Ed Rendell. Under Corbett's leadership, the State Board has been working toward the repeal of the National Common Core state standards that were adopted in July 2010 under Governor Rendell, and replace them with standards that are specific to Pennsylvania, its students and schools. In addition, the Pennsylvania General Assembly has been actively engaged in working to eliminate Common Core through passage of House Resolution 338 that supported repeal efforts and new legislation that would further that work. Since taking office, Corbett has been working with parents, taxpayers, educators and administrators to ensure that Pennsylvania students receive a high-quality education. In September 2013, the State Board began the formal process of repealing and replacing the National Common Core standards with the Pennsylvania-specific standards. The board also eliminated the National Common Core tests, and Corbett reduced the number of Keystone exams from 10 tests to 3 in algebra, biology and literature. These changes went into effect on March 1, 2014. It is important to note that Pennsylvania's standards do not mandate curriculum, teaching methods, materials or instructional strategies to be used in the classroom. These decisions are made by local school officials in consultation with parents and the community. In addition, the Pennsylvania Department of Education and the State Board of Education do not mandate specific textbooks or reading materials. These decisions are made by each school district.
The NCAA Executive Committee has modified the Penn State Football Bowl and scholarship limitations previously imposed by the consent decree between the university and the NCAA. The action comes following today's release of another positive annual report and recommendations by Senator George Mitchell, the independent, third-party athletics integrity monitor for Penn State. The Penn State football team will be eligible for a bowl game beginning this season, and scholarship limitations will be restored to the full complement of 85 beginning in 2015. All financial penalties remain in place. Concurrently, The Big Ten announced Penn State would be eligible to play in the Big Ten Championship game starting this season. Thanks for listening. Find us on the web at www.statecollegenewsradio.com.